the circumstances behind this game are far from ideal, aren't they? Really. How did it come about in the end, really, this one?
Yeah, look. Well, obviously the circumstances will be, I would imagine, will be publicised. So look, I don't want to go into that, but it was a difficult one today, and our thoughts go out to everyone, to the family of the person that passed away, and also to everyone at St Albans Football Club. So we're very disappointed, but these things are tragic events, and as I said, this, all our thoughts, especially from the first team, but also everyone at Luton Town, our thoughts go to everyone involved.
I guess it must be a huge credit to Hitchin as well for being able to put on a game so late, because I suppose you wanted to get your team playing tonight, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, look, we thank the groundsman, we thank the people of Hitchin Football Club. They're good friends of Luton Town here, so we didn't expect anything different from them. But when we were going to use it as the venue, but then obviously it was a very difficult subject for St Albans and so on, so they volunteered to step in, and we knew we'd get a very competitive fixture here, so it was. We could have had an in-house training game, but the psychological aspect of an in-house game and an opposition game is totally different, and we wanted to play against different opposition, and I said it was a very, very good test.
I mean, on the game itself, I mean, Hitchin were very competitive, weren't they, throughout the whole 90 minutes?
Yeah, and they were, and I'd like to say I'm normally a bit disappointed with, especially their first half performance, but some credit, a lot of credit has to be given to Hitchin and how they went about their work and so on. It was a good, and that's why I prefer to do something like a game like this than an in-house game amongst us, because they'll get a psychological test as well as a physical.
So you just intended to play a team for an hour and then half an hour for the next lot?
Yeah. That's what it was tonight. It was 60 today, and same on the weekend. It'll be reversed on the weekend, and then we get everyone up to speed, so everyone's up to an hour in terms of game time, and then we've got sort of just over 2 weeks for the prep then.
First goal, obviously, Glenn Ray. Nice to see him on the score sheet. I mean, it's best for your defenders to score some goals would be good this year, wouldn't it, as well?
Yeah, weirdly enough, they don't score. Our defenders normally score in terms of big headers and stuff. But look, we're a goal-scoring team. We know we score goals. We had chances tonight. Collar took his goal fantastically well. So did Glenn. There was chances, especially when we made changes. But there were chances first half as well for some real good play. It's just we weren't probably as dominant as I would have liked us to be in the first hour. But it was a good workout, and I said they've had a physical and a psychological one tonight.
Well, that's only friendly so far. I mean, James now got 4 in 3. I mean, is he everything that you expected from him when signing him at the moment? Yeah,
he is. We knew what we kind of lacked a little bit, and he's been fantastic from day one he came in. Well, even before he came in, he showed a real desire to want to come here, which we liked. He was a man in terms of that. Since he's been in here, he's a man around the place. He's a quintessential number 9, he's a set-up play. So with the other options we have, he's a perfect foil for any one of the ones we got. And we got some good competition in those areas. And we hope to come back as well. He's making excellent progress. We're in good shape in that department.
And Kimasonda right back against Knight, is that a position you could maybe see him filling in the future, or is it because at the moment there's just to get some games?
It's literally because obviously we're just sort of easing James Justin back into full training and so on really, but no, Frankie's the centre half and so on. He's being asked to play. They won't do him any harm positionally or as a physical workout, and he's performed adequately in that position, so not a problem.
On James, obviously a bid was made for him last week and it's been turned down by the club. I mean, how pleased do you see the club turning down such a bid, and he's going to be with you hopefully for the season?
Well, trust me, it ain't the first one we've turned down. But we have a certain thing here that we've spoke to his father, we spoke to his representatives, we spoke to James himself. Look, James Justin will have a fantastic, I've no doubt James Justin will have a fantastic career. We at Luton Town believe that the minimum of another season here with us will only enhance his career, will only take him forward at the rate that he needs to go, and will not stunt his development in any way. The people in and around James believe that also, which is a real bonus, so they trust him with us. And then obviously we haven't been a selling club, we're not a selling club, and the board have been very strong once again, so we don't buckle at bids. We know when the right time is to move a player on for the good of them or the good of the club or whatever it is. But right now we're in a very good position. We're preparing for a big season, and again, once the club has shown once again its ambition.
Are you anticipating further bids to come in for him, or are you hopeful that there won't be any more now?
Trust me, the only one we haven't had a bid for at the minute is Kempy. So I can't anticipate anything else, but what I do know is that I'd be very surprised if anyone does move on, because we've spent all summer trying to build this squad, and we're in a good position. Now, being in a good position, we wouldn't want to weaken that and then have to start the recruitment process once again. So no, we're in a good position. We're very happy. It's a real flattering thing to know that there's a lot of clubs covered in our players. It just shows that we're doing something right.
At Slovenia trialist wise, I think that you had Craig Sibbald out there from Falkirk. Is there any news in him? Is he going to be a Luton player, or you would make an offer?
It's just a bit unfortunate for Craig because he'd only trained with us 2 days and picked up a slight sort of groin strain, so he couldn't train, so we couldn't really have a good look at him. So we're hoping to have a look at him a little bit further once his groin heals, and things then. But at the minute it was just it's unfortunate really that he picked up a little bit of a groin strain.
Could you stay out there for the whole week, or did you have to fly back after?
No, he stayed out there because I said it's part and parcel. If we do move forward, then he's got to integrate, got to get to know the side, get to know how we work. We did a lot of things out there. It wasn't just physical work or football work. We did a lot of motivational meetings and goal settings and so on and so forth. So it was important that he was in and around the environment, and I said he settled in very well.
Has he come on the radar? Has he someone that's been watched at all, or is scouting obviously up in Scotland?
Well, we're aware of certain people that do well. We have an eye on the Scottish leagues, and then when one comes available on our radar that we're able to get, to realistically get, then we endeavour to do that. We've got an eye on a lot of people that we've spoken, without naming names, we've spoken about players in the Scottish Premier League that would we feel that we can realistically get. We haven't gone for any of those because we managed to get certain people, but we signed Craig Shinney. I knew Craig Shinney anyway before he went on loan to Hibs last year, so it's a market that we know.
So you're hopeful maybe next week of getting him back into a look at, how long's he out for? And is there
we don't know. He's been assessed. It's just a slight strain really, but he's got to be fully fit before we look at him, because if he's not fully fit, we're not going to see the best of him, and then we won't make a proper decision on him. So let's see.
And you had a trialist defender out there, I think, playing again. Can you shed him a light on who he is?
No, I'd look to be wrong, because we won't be moving forward with him, and he was a lad that he plays in Slovenia that we were made aware of a little while back, so it just made an opportunity to have a look at him. Lovely lad, very good technically, but not quite what we were looking for at this point. But in all fairness to him, he integrated really well, and he was well worth a look at.
You said before, your squad is now near enough complete, isn't it? Unless someone comes on who you can't really turn down, I suppose.
Yeah, and unless we can up the ante a little bit and bring in someone that's better than what we got, then look, we are pretty much done. So it's just about keeping them fit, keeping them focused, keeping them competitive as they are, and then picking a side. But as you said, if a lot of things could change, a lot of things do change in football, but we're not anticipating too much.
And moving on, Jonathan Smith and Josh McCoy, are they any closer to finding new clubs yet?
It's a difficult one because Smudge has interest. It's just what Jonathan Smith wants to do. It's up to him and his own ambitions. Josh has been a little bit more, at the minute, a little bit more difficult to place, and so on. But he's a player of pedigree and of calibre, and hopefully he'll get placed.
Sorry, I probably missed a bit of what you were saying there, but I take it Craig's picked up a bit of an injury, Craig Sibbald, from what I picked up. Yeah,
he came out with us, trained a couple of days, but then picked up a groin strain, which meant that we couldn't see the best of him, couldn't get the best out of him, and so on. So he just spent the week with us in terms of getting to know us and everything in the environment, and then he sort of flew back with us. So we've got to wait till he recovers before we can have another look.
And hopefully bring him back when fully fit, if that's something you still want to do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Okay. And the keeper that went out, Harry, and anything happening with him at all?
Well, we're negotiating at the minute with Harry to maybe bring him in. So he fits the bill of what we want to do. A third choice, one we can develop, one that's going to be that we can push. Not quite ready yet, but as I said, we've got 2 very good ones, and we're very happy with the 2 we've got at the minute.
And JJ and Alan Shearer not getting any sort of game time tonight, is that just a knock save perhaps picked up, or?
Yeah, Shearer just picked up a little knock in terms of his calf or his Achilles. So again, trained yesterday and didn't feel 100%. So again, no point in rushing him at this stage. And JJ's just, as I said, we're just easing JJ back in after the exploits of his summer, really.
Thanks.